keep making me cough. I hope that worked because the mute button doesn't always work.
Not at all, Nicole. Not at all.
Bloody hell. And the dog's out.
Well, there's things you can do about the dog.
Not really.
So should we go Skype?
I think we should.
Get this over with.
We're on Skype. It's on.
Perfect.
Yay.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to episode 337 of your Overseas Connection podcast, the official podcast of the G4TE.com community. That is your mature gaming gateway. I'm just one of your hosts today, Greg DeLacy, gamertag Murphy's Law, OC_Murphy's Law on Twitter. And with us today, we have quite the cast of characters, starting from my left to my right. Producer extraordinaire, manning the OBS today, manning the show, Richard Webster.
Hello, Greg. Hello, ladies. Hello, listeners. I'm Richard Webster, aka Big Bad Daddy, everywhere except the real world, and I'm producing tonight. Producing the show.
You are in charge of kind of everything visual.
Yeah.
So whatever goes wrong, it's Rich's fault.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's actually going to be a better show. That's what it boils down to. It's going to be a better show. All right, Rich. Well, thank you for making the show. Appreciate it. And by the way, I just want to say it's good to be back in the chair. Although it may be short-lived because I may not be here next week, so you may once again have to suffer through. I mean, have the pleasure of listening to Robin Tate host, or maybe somebody else. I don't know. Maybe Fraser wants to show up. Finally. Who knows?
Who knows?
He's doing Canadian things of late, but maybe he finally got the nerve to kick his parents out of the house and the in-laws out, and maybe he'll show up for a podcast. Spider-Man,
Maybe.
By the way. Spider-Man Cup. I love that. All right, moving on. Kim Woods, you are the middle person of this podcast, Kim. At least on my little thing. That's how I see it. You should feel good. You've got warm and fuzzies on either side.
Alrighty.
It's going to be one of those podcasts.
It really is, yeah. Yeah, that's me. I'm GamerGirl27, pretty much everywhere, unless it's on Twitch, and then it's GamerGirl with a GURL27. So
I'm a girl.
A girl, yeah. Somebody else stole the other one, so I had to improvise.
All right, okay. And last but certainly not least, now looking quite secretary-ish. Secretary-ish?
Secretarial?
Yes.
Yeah. Librarian.
So
librarian.
I can see you guys.
I'm going to go with librarian.
Take those on.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's
Put
it.
on.
Yeah.
All right.
Dirty librarian. Wait, what? No?
Yeah. Nicole Radowski on the show. Nicole.
Howdy.
Howdy.
So how's everybody tonight? Good? Rich, you were late. Was that blowjob worth it?
Rich, we didn't even prompt it, Rich. Didn't even prompt it. Nicole wanted to know.
It was totally worth it. Like,
I just thought I'd ask.
Oh, bless.
We're sitting here waiting. Like, you went out for a smoke and, like, we figured you got a blowjob, too. Just thought,
I did. Yeah, every day.
Just checking.
All right. Well, with that out of the way, important questions out of the way, we're a video game podcast. We like to talk about video games. We are above the fray of all of the fanboy nonsense until we are in the fanboy nonsense. But we like talking about video games. We like talking about life. We like drinking beer and blowjobs right before the podcast. Richard Webster. All right, well, let's start it off real quickly. I want to give a couple shout-outs to some new Twitch followers. We've got Brandalism and Taz668UK and Stu Mungus, all following us on Twitch, so big shout-outs to them. Thank you. And Nicole, if you could maybe give a look in the Twitch feed and see anybody that might be in there, we can give them a shout-out as well.
I have one handsome devil. Sorry,
one handsome devil.
There's one handsome devil in that chat. And Jason. That's all I have so far.
All right. Well,
no offense, Jason.
If you're
It's going to be a long night.
Yes, it's going to be a very long night. If you're listening to this live, then you know how to find us. But if you're listening to this on, iTunes or Stitcher or some other way that you get your podcast, just know that every Saturday we now record at 3 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. UK, And if you're in a different time zone, figure it out. It's not that difficult. Yeah, you can follow us live on Twitch and come join the chat. Every once in a while, we have giveaways. Sometimes we have big giveaways, like the EGX ticket we gave away last weekend, Rich. That was very generous of you. So we had, I believe it was Sarah Eagles.
Yeah, I sent her the email. She was very grateful and very thankful.
Yep, she's now going to the sold-out EGX show and going to experience all the goodness that EGX will bring. All right, well, I suppose we should dive into games we've been playing. Kim, why don't we start with you?
Believe it or not, I have a new one this week. Thomas Was Alone. So, yeah, I haven't done a lot of playing this week.
Tell me a little bit about Thomas.
Didn't like him.
Well, so I have a question for you, Kim. A legitimate question, because I have never played Thomas Was Alone. I've heard a lot of people talk about it, but I quite honestly have never bothered to really even look it up or experience it at all. I mean, I don't think I've even seen videos of it. So what is it about Thomas Was Alone? What is it? Give me the lowdown. Give me the 411.
Alrighty. Basically what it is, and gosh, don't shoot me if I'm wrong, but you're a little cube, and you're like a code. I think it's like code in a computer. And they've given you different levels, and you have to figure out a way to escape these certain levels. And eventually, you'll pal up with other like there's a little rectangle, and you can bounce on her, so you can jump to higher levels. There's a big old cube, and you can use it to get across like the water, and yeah, that's that. And as the levels progress, they get a little harder, of course, each time. So. And they have a little narrator dude, and he totally makes the game because he's just hilarious as hell. He sounds a lot like Martin Freeman, but that's not who it is. But yeah, he's pretty comical. It's a pretty cute little game. I mean, if you want a game, you can pop in, and there's a little thinking involved, but you don't want to do a whole lot of anything. This is probably the game you want to play.
Okay, all right. So I'm assuming just a straight platformer.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Excellent.
pretty cute. I like it. Yep.
All right.
I'm sure there was some Dragon Age in there somewhere, but I can't remember. It's been so long. So
I think almost weekly there's always been Dragon Age in there somewhere, Kim. You are,
yeah, a little bit, yeah.
You're consistent with that.
Well,
Rich, what about you? What has graced your gaming console or PC experiences of late?
Other than Battlefield 4, mate, nothing, because I've been so busy with other things.
All right.
Let me show you what I've been busy with. Hold on, wait there.
Oh, well, this makes for a very good podcast audio right now.
Video of the blowjob.
Yes.
it's video of it.
As you know,
That's what it
Greg,
is. That's exactly what
I
it
start
is.
my degree in 2 weeks.
Yes, Rich, you were going back to school.
Back to school.
And
I got my package today for my first module. Now, this is just the first load of stuff for the first year, and it's a 6-year degree.
Now, would you like to explain what the degree is that you're going for? Maybe that would help everybody out.
It's interpretive dance.
Interpretive dance. Oh, God.
Basically, they've just sent me a box set of all the Grease films and every episode of Glee. Now,
I don't know why.
What about Fame? When do you get Fame?
Fame, you're supposed to have watched Fame before you start. It's one of the prerequisites, so I'm all right there. I'm fine.
That was a prereq. Yeah, sorry.
I'm footloose.
This is almost...
No, my degree is actually computing and business, Greg.
All right, that sounds a little better.
Business things.
Dance threw me for a loop.
Yeah.
I have to.
I didn't realize. It's been a long time since I've done like education. College was the last time, like 10 years ago. This is like how much stuff they've sent me for like the first year. Like all these texts. I'm holding textbooks up for anyone listening, like pre-recorded on like Pinterest or whatever. I don't think we're on Pinterest. These are all my textbooks, and this is like a little technical kind of Raspberry Pi-ish thing called a Sense board, and I get to program it, and it's got like a motor, and I'll be able to program it to do different things, to learn programming. So it's basically like this first year is programming and IT as a whole. So yeah, I've been doing. You don't really sound very interested.
No, I don't like homework. I've never liked homework.
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
that
blah,
looks
blah,
like
blah.
a lot of homework. Yeah.
Well, I'm actually really excited because it's
as you should be, Rich. As you should be. I mean, this is your endeavor. This is a new course direction for you. It's exciting for you. Jason Johnson also kind of doing a similar thing, by the way. Fellow podcast listener and contributor. He's also been going back to school and doing the programming side of things as well. Although I think he's actually going more into the game design part of it. So
Okay.
yeah,
That's like the easy way out. money messing.
you're going for President Business UK.
I'm going to invent the next Google thing, or if I don't do that, I'll just do
If you do, Rich, I will move to the UK and be your best buddy.
You can be my CFO.
I would totally be and I have no business being your CFO, but I would do it.
That's what Silicon Valley startups do. They just appoint people who have no business doing the job. Just do the job. It's fine.
Right. You used to run the cash register at Dairy Queen. You're the new CFO. Yeah, baby.
Oh god. So I'm looking forward to it because it's getting back into it's what I started doing years ago, and I just fell away and it became a hobby, and now I'm getting back into it massively with other things going on in my life, and I just can't wait to get stuck in and do it as like a job. I want to work for myself. That's the idea. I want to be able to work for myself, be my own boss.
Be your own boss. That is everybody's dream job, I think, ultimately.
Yeah, that's it. I've gone to call in my dining room stroke office the lab. It's now called the lab.
Nice.
The coding lab. Okay. Because I'm a twat.
Is the toilet or the bathroom, is that the think tank?
That's the unisex unisex water cooler / conversation room.
Water cooler. That's a bad place for the water cooler. I just would like to point that out. Well,
there's not going to be a lot of drinking going on in the in the unisex conversation room. I'll tell you that much. So other than that, I've not been doing anything else. I've played more Battlefield 4. If you haven't played that night map yet, mate, you need to get on it. It's a free update.
I was going to say, is it just the one map that's a night map, or do they do multiple?
They've just done one for now.
Okay.
It seems
I've heard
reductive.
It's been phenomenal.
It's a different game. It's a completely different game.
Right.
It changes how you play Battlefield, and it changes how everyone else plays, and there's a lot more teamwork going on, and there's a lot more sneaking about, and it's just a really fun experience. So I definitely recommend trying it out.
Yeah, it's killing me. I've got Battlefield 4 sitting on my hard drive on my console. I have not fired it back up. I should.
Me neither.
Sitting right on there. Maybe we can arrange a game night.
Sounds like a plan.
Handsome Devil says my audio is a touch overdriven, so I've turned my volume down a smidge. Handsome Devil, let us know if it makes a difference.
Yes. Rich, as far as I'm concerned, you sound great, but then again, I'm just listening to you through Skype, so obviously they're listening just through Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
So
I do for Twitch. I do put
speakers.
I put my voice through like a filter for Twitch. It makes me sound like Darth Vader, so maybe that's it. Maybe. Yeah.
I remember those days back when Xbox Live first started up, and they had the voice filters, and you could change your voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was the most annoying thing in the world. And the only time you ever did it, you knew instantly anybody who was doing that was 12 years old.
Yes.
12 years old.
Yep.
Or a girl.
Or female.
Or a girl. True.
Or a girl.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, the pink Halo outfit and the love hearts and stuff, things like that, that kind of gives it away, but no, the voice was the one.
No. No. Because the hearts and the pink, I can't tell you how many guys did that just to be funny.
How many guys just automatically go to
my other
avatar?
occupied. I couldn't do.
Yeah.
Rich.
All right. Let us move over to Nicole Radowski. Nicole, what have you been doing this past week?
Not playing video games.
I'm so glad that we had this podcast this week. I mean, this is enticing stuff. I mean, here I start us off. We're a video game podcast. We talk about video games. Rich is too busy doing homework. You're too busy doing whatever you're doing. Kim, at least you played a new game.
I try,
Look, I turned on the PlayStation.
You turned it on.
And then I forgot. I went downstairs and got a drink. I got distracted. Next thing I know, I'm watching stupid TV shows on Netflix. And I was like, oh shit, I left the fucking PlayStation on. Ran upstairs, shut it off. I was like, it's too late. I'm too tired. I'm not going to game. So I didn't. Okay. But Scorched Trials was good, yeah.
Okay.
Nicole, I'm actually showing a video of turning a PlayStation on and setting it up because that's all you've done.
That would,
And
They should have trophies for
and
that.
adjusted myself just for Greg's.
Yes.
I was like, Greg, avert your eyes. He's looking like this.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get a Nat later.
I'm sorry, you're going to need a what?
What?
I said, I'm going to get a hold of Nat later
You're going to
in the chat
Oh, gotcha.
with his. Yes, you were. Yes, our boss wave friend.
Yes.
he's going to talk with a limp. Is that possible? We're going to find out.
Yes.
We are going to find out.
All right. I could talk about a new game that I've been playing, although we've talked about it a lot. Forza 6. I have continued to play a ton of it. I haven't gone into the full-on deep dive that Marcanix apparently has. Mark Wright, who, by the way, should have been on the podcast, but he basically bowed to peer pressure from his wife to not be on the podcast. So, Mark, whatever. We get it. You have other things going on. Family's more important, yada, yada, yada. But we're happy for baby Mia. I just want to, that's a big thumbs up.
Yes.
So, Forza 6, the livery editor where you can design your own stuff. What was awesome was you can actually import some of the designs you made in Forza 5. So I already had a podcast logo that I'd created back in the day, so I pulled that in, and I've made a couple custom cars here and there, but for the most part, I've been sticking to the career mode. Really enjoying it. It's been easy to kind of jump in and jump out. My week has been also kind of hectic. Not a lot of time to game, but I have found a few hours here and there, so I've been just racing for the most part. So that's been primarily my video game part of it. But the other part of my week, and this was, let's face it, it's the more important part for me this week, fantasy football. It kicked off in earnest. I'm in 4 leagues this year. It's crazy. So we've got our little video gaming ESPN league going on that Gary DeFelice has tried to once again, sabotage and screw with. But it's not working because I won last week. So Gary, ha ha ha. And then I'm actually
kicking my ass.
The first night. There's still the weekend to go. Exactly.
Yeah, for now.
I also have a keeper league, and this is actually kind of the crazy one. And I'm actually in this with Gary again. I mean, you'd think for a guy that I hate as much as I do, I wouldn't play fantasy football with him as much as I do. But he's okay when it comes to that. But we have this big dynasty league, and this is a really involved league. For those that don't know, you are keeping offensive players and defensive players, and you draft them, you auction bid for them. You have a salary cap. It is really involved. You have a squad of 35 players that you're managing, and it is intense, but it is actually surprisingly fun. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it as much. I can't believe I'm saying this publicly on air because Gary's going to hear this and he's going to send me an "I told you so." So that's going on. And I tied my first game, which that was shocking. I thought for sure I was going to win, but yeah, did not. Tied. There should be no ties in fantasy football. I just want to point that out. And then the other league that it's my big money league that I'm in. I did lose my first game, and that's primarily because Demaryius Thomas and Calvin Johnson and basically the two of them were the primary contributors to not scoring anything for me last week. They pretty much did butt kiss, so yeah, it all went down to the tubes. But yeah, so fantasy football.
Where are these tubes?
The toilet. The tube, the toilet. I don't know.
And how come there's more than one?
If you knew me, Rich, you would understand. I need more than one toilet. All right. Well, let us dive into a little news quiz.
Oh boy.
Ugh, really?
Yes, really, Nicole. Really. Yeah. So exciting stuff happening on the news quiz, by the way. So, standing wise, I wanted to talk about this because last week there was a news quiz. It was, a Robin given news quiz. So, I mean, maybe we could have only counted it for half point, but it was a full point quiz. Rich won that. And the standings are really tight now. So, Nicole, you're sitting at 4.5. Mark is sitting at 7. Richard Webster at 6.5. Rich, with Mark not being here, if you win, you could take the lead. Robin Tate at 3. Fraser at 2.5. Kim, you're at 1. Mike Chin, who is on the podcast every, 2-3 months, he's at 3.5. And then our guest spot, which includes me, is at 2. So,
damn it, I'm not even beating the guests. Jesus.
No, you're not, Kim. You're not. It's okay. You've got time, though. There's a little bit of time before end of the year. You still have time. At the end of the year, we will crown a champion. I will figure out something to do for that champion. I don't know what yet.
If it's Robin, we're buying him a bra. I'm just saying.
With the letters champion.
Yeah,
that's right. Yes.
All right, Kim, you will be going first.
Okay.
Rich, you'll be second. Nicole, you will be last. All right. Kim, your first question. Quantic Dreams has announced a new game at Paris Game Shows. This is not the question, Kim.
Okay.
Scratch that.
We're so good.
This is me having my notes mixed up a little bit. Kim, Sony has renamed its Project Morpheus to its official product name of what? Is it A, PlayStation Vision, B, PlayStation iToy, or C, PlayStation VR?
That would be C, PlayStation VR.
Yes, it's probably the easiest question, but it was an important one. PlayStation VR. They've gone ahead with an official naming of it. It's not exactly sexy.
No.
Yeah, but it does really convey the point. I mean, it's straight up. It's, hey, VR, PlayStation VR. So I think it's effective in that regard. I don't know. I liked Morpheus. I thought actually Morpheus is a pretty cool name. I thought they could have kept that. But, I mean, with almost all of these products, they usually have the pet, the code name, and then they switch it out to something. Although I don't think Oculus Rift did. Didn't Oculus Rift, Rich, did that stay Oculus Rift the entire time?
So far, I think. It's still called Oculus Rift.
Yeah, I don't think they plan on changing that. So maybe they'll break the trend. Or it's just going to be Facebook VR. That could also happen.
What the hell video is in the background?
Richard Webster, are you ready for your question?
Yes. By the way, I've not read any news this week.
Fantastic.
But I said that last week, I got everyone right on a guess, so maybe my luck will hold out.
There you go.
Let's see how you do with this one. By the way, Kim, well done on your first question. Just want to give you the kudos. We all need kudos once in a while. Rich, how has Sony said its new VR headset? Sorry, how much will Sony say its new headset VR will cost, according to Andrew House? Is it A, priced similar to a high-end peripheral, B, priced similar to a new gaming console, or C, priced similar to its competitors in the market? How are they going to price the Sony VR PlayStation headset or PlayStation VR? Give it its proper name.
It's a tricky one, that, because the price of an Oculus Rift, to be able to run it, is basically the price of a console, really. To run it well anyway and stuff. So I could go with price of a console, but Sony like to be the guy who comes out on the cheap this generation. So let's go with high-end peripheral and just see what happens. Richard
Webster, I'm sorry to say you are incorrect. They are pricing it similar to a new gaming console.
Ah, there you go.
According to Andrew House, yes. I was speaking with Bloomberg at TGS. He didn't reveal a specific price, but his comments basically saying it would be priced similar to a new gaming console. You kind of have to assume, based on where they put the PlayStation 4, $399 seems like that now is the target price for Sony VR.
$399.99
Yes. Better luck next time, Rich. Better luck next time. Nicole, are you ready?
Stop. I am. Stop it.
Come on, Nicole.
My dog wants to be fed, and so she's over here.
Don't we all?
Licking my arm. Look at her.
She's sizing up a bite.
She's gonna die. Please stop. Please go, Greg.
Nicole, Sony has announced how many titles are they expecting to launch alongside the PlayStation VR. If you haven't figured this out, by the way, yet, Tokyo Game Show just happened this past week, so there's a lot of Sony news coming out of Tokyo Game Show, so hence some of this VR news coming out. But PlayStation VR, how many games is Sony expecting to launch alongside the PlayStation VR? Is it A, 5, B, 7, or C, 10?
I don't know. Just gonna be perfectly honest. I don't know.
How many
5,
licks?
7, 10. It only takes one to get to the center of a lollipop.
Not even going to touch that.
I don't even.
Just
Y'all are killing me. Let's go with 10 because that's the only number that I recognize, like in my brain right now. Because this dog will not leave me alone, and I'm gonna have to go feed her. 10
Nicole.
sounds good. Sounds like too much, but whatever. Yes.
you are correct. Yes.
Holy crap.
What?
10 titles. Sony has said that they expect 10 titles to launch alongside the headset when it hits the market next year. So there you go. 10 games coming with the PlayStation VR. I think that's actually more than I would have expected. Go feed the dog, Nicole.
Please go feed the dog.
that dog.
Please. She's killing me. She's scratching me to death.
Oh dear.
Feed that beast. We'll just talk about 10 titles for the moment, though. I mean, that's actually a pretty healthy amount for an add-on peripheral. Obviously, you still wonder, is this going to impact their main library of games for those non-VR users? It's always a real tricky thing when you're launching a peripheral like this, which I suppose they could have games that would be both ways, that they could have VR support, but that they could also operate outside of the VR. So that might help out. But, if they're truly designing 10 games or have 10 games in the pipes that are going to be primarily or exclusively VR, that's a big endeavor. I just hope they're not just a good stable of mini games alongside a couple quality titles. Hopefully they're coming out with a really good, robust library. All right. Kim, you are tied with Nicole at the moment in the news quiz. By the way, there are 3 questions for each of you, just in case you were wondering. Kim.
Yes.
Something you're uniquely familiar with, and this is to mean you're not really familiar with at all. But Uncharted 4, that's a game that's going to be coming out on the PlayStation 4 platform. And Uncharted 4's beta has been announced. When is that beta going to be coming? Is it A, January 2016, B, December 2015, or C, November 2015?
Crap.
Right into the microphone.
Come on,
Sorry, yeah.
Please, right into the microphone.
November of 2015.
Kim Woods, you are incorrect.
Yeah, I figured.
Yes, it is actually December 2015. Specifically, December 4th through the 13th is when they anticipate the Uncharted 4 multiplayer beta to kick off and run through that week. And again, this is taking a little bit of a tip from the Microsoft strategy of you buying the Nathan Drake collection, and you'll have access to the beta, similar to what they did with Gears of War, similar to what they did with Halo back in the day for the Halo 3 beta. So I think Sony fans should be excited.
Yeah, definitely.
I think the beta is going to help. It's going to help the. I don't want to say they don't have a good lineup for the holiday, because they do have a lot of good multiplayer titles lined up, but their exclusive titles aren't exactly robust for the holiday 2015. This is going to help kind of take some of that sting off of that, having that beta out there, especially something as highly anticipated as this. And I think it's also going to really drive sales for the Uncharted bundle, the collection. I think that is probably going to really do well, given that they've tied the beta into that. Anyway, All right. I'm sorry, Kim, you did not get that correct, which means,
Oh,
Rich,
well.
the door is kind of open again for you to get back in the game.
It's always open for me to get back in the game, Greg.
It is indeed. Rich, what news did Nintendo have this week regarding Star Fox Zero? Yes, Nicole, that was nice too. I did not give you this question.
I know.
Yeah, Star Fox Zero, is it A, it will have multiplayer with no headset chat, B, it will have dedicated servers, or C, it's being delayed until 2016?
I didn't even get my daily fix this week either. Good old
sorry,
IGN
I
daily
know.
fix.
Bastards. They're letting you down.
I know. Dedicated servers.
Rich, you would think that was the right answer, but it is in fact that it's being delayed until 2016. Yes, Shigeru Miyamoto took to Facebook to announce the delay, saying that the Wii U game's technically ready to hit the initially promised November release date, but the company is putting it back in the oven to sand off the rough edges on level design and perfect the tone of its cutscenes. So there you go.
Sick. They were like sickly shit, those cutscenes. I mean, I'm watching the stream now, and it's a beautiful game, actually. I don't know why I'm hating on it. It looks all right.
Yeah, I don't know. I was not overly impressed by what I saw from Star Fox Zero, but Nintendo also said they're putting more time toward working on the unprecedented discovery within Zero's unique two-screen control scheme. So there you go, putting it back in the oven for a little more bake time. And I think it's okay, probably because they realize they have such a good hit with Mario Maker, because by all accounts, everybody who has that game right now is super happy with it.
Oh yeah.
So maybe they think they can afford this hit. All right, Nicole.
Yes.
This is your moment to potentially lock Rich out, to lock him out, because if you get this, you will have 2 points. Rich will have no way of catching you. So, Nicole, are you ready for your sixth question, or your third question, second question even? Whatever question. Are you ready for
I
it,
don't
Nicole?
know.
I'm ready for a question. I may not have the answer, but I'm ready to hear the question.
All right, Nicole, in a recent investor call with for GameStop, what did they reveal? Was it A, they were not selling Madden bundles with digital codes, B, they were no longer accepting any more used copies of Advanced Warfare, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, or C, they will begin offering credits for trade-in in the form of PSN, Steam, and Xbox Live credits?
I don't even know what the hell you just asked me.
What did
Maybe
GameStop reveal in a recent investor
We'll
call?
go with the last one, whatever the last one was.
You're going with they will begin offering credits for trade-in in the form of PSN, Steam, and Xbox Live credits.
Why not?
That is incorrect. No, they in fact
Sorry.
are no longer offering Madden bundles with digital codes. In fact, they are looking to cease offering any bundles for consoles with digital codes, and they're actually working out deals with the different manufacturers to put in physical copies of the games, even though they are originally shipping with digital codes, because GameStop does not want to promote digital software. So they're switching it out for physical games so they can be sold back.
That makes more sense.
It kind of does.
It's 25 ounces worth of
25 ounces of sense. Well, that is good news for Rich. And Kim,
Yes.
good news for you. You can take the lead with this question. Kim,
Oh,
here we
boy.
go.
No pressure.
What new remastered collection was leaked via a online retailer this past week? Was it A, the Link Chronicles, B, the BioShock Collection, or C, the Mortal Kombat Collective? What collection was leaked via a South African retailer? Even more clues for you there. Not really.
No,
No.
not at all. Crap. I don't know. I didn't even see this one, so it's going to be a guess.
Crap.
Yeah, I know. So I'm going to go with the first one. The Link Collective or
The Link Chronicles.
that one? Yes.
right. I was especially proud of that one that I made up. Yes, no, Kim, incorrect. It is the BioShock collection. Yes,
Crap.
they have not specifically said what this will entail, but I think we can safely assume it's going to be all 3 games. And it will get the Fraser Moore's favorite HD remastering, even though it's not really HD remastering. All right.
It's a great game.
Yes, it is a great game.
I was going to say
series.
Link Collection.
Yeah, I mean, Nintendo never does that stuff.
No, Nintendo just releases the same game. They don't remaster it. They just release it.
All right, Rich.
Yeah.
Rich, this is your moment. You need this question. You need this question to at least be in the position for a tie.
I might actually try now. See, I've got my producer hat on, Greg. I wasn't supposed to be on this week, so I didn't really prepare. I've not been doing many game things. I've not been doing many game.
It's okay. I appreciate the excuses. It's good. It's good.
There is no excuse. You either win or you lose. There's no second place.
Exactly, Rich. Rich, World of Tanks announced this past week it will be coming to what platform? A, iOS, B, Linux, or C, PS4?
PS4.
Richard Webster, you just tied yourself up. Yes, indeed, it's coming to the PS4.
You kinky bastard.
Right?
And in fact, they announced that the game will be targeting 1080p 60 frames per second, which is a step up from the Xbox One version, as well as a step up from the PC versions, given that they have to deal with all of the different specs for different graphics cards. So they said that the PS4 version, similar to the Xbox One version, will have some visual fidelity that the PC version currently is not getting.
Well, have you ever played World of Tanks, Greg?
I have. I quite enjoyed it.
Is it good? Is it as good as like Battlefield's tank gameplay?
Yeah, from the standpoint that you have a ton of tanks on the field. I think the one thing I wish they would have a little bit more of was kind of that a destructible environment that really kind of mattered, so to speak. But for free, it's a quite a good polished game, so I cannot argue.
You cannot argue with free, really, and people who argue with free are just arguing because they like arguing, really.
They indeed are.
Maybe.
They indeed are. All right. This brings us to the last question of the news quiz. Nicole, if you get this right, you win. You get this wrong, we have a 3-way tie, and then it gets a little crazy. Nicole, Nintendo named their new head of the company. The new Nintendo president is who? Is it A, Reggie Fils-Aimé?
Barack Obama.
B, Shigeru Miyamoto? Or B, Tatsumi Kimishima?
Glad you got that question and not me, because gee, my Christmas.
Here's
Reggie
my
Fils-Aimé,
answer.
Shigeru Miyamoto,
Fuck.
or Tatsumi Kishimiya?
Which one's the hardest one for you to say? I want
They're
that
all
one.
difficult.
I don't have a flippin' clue, and I don't care.
You should, Nicole. You should. The new president of Nintendo was announced. Who is it, Nicole?
One of those guys.
Thank you for that answer. That is not an answer. I need you to give me a name. You want to just go with first names? You want to go with Reggie, Shigeru, or Tatsumi?
Let's go with Tatsumi, because you had a harder time with that one.
That's
brilliant deduction, Nicole. Brilliant deduction. That is spot on. Tatsumi Kimishima. That is the pronounced the proper way to say it, I guess. He is now the president of Nintendo. It was a little bit unlikely because leading up to this, he was actually the company's head of human resources. But he did actually come from a bit of a gaming background getting into this. But he's been really quiet within the company, so he's not been a real prominent figurehead. So a lot of people were surprised by this move. We shall see.
Yeah, he's kind of like he's more of a project manager for different things. Like his history, it seemed like he was getting pushed around for different things. Like he was president, and then Reggie took over. And then he got pushed to, like, what was he, like, window cleaner in, like, Nintendo of America or something?
Possibly. Now, I will say this. A part of me wonders if this may be in a sense, kind of them doing a bit of placeholding because he is 65. I wouldn't anticipate him to run Nintendo for very much longer. So, being that he's 65, maybe they just felt that they didn't have enough time as of yet to really go forward and find somebody that they felt would lead Nintendo for, a long future. And so he seemed like a safe bet for the immediate future.
Yeah, probably.
Yes. Now, if he retires next year, we know I was spot on.
Yes.
But Nicole, good job.
Yes, sir. Thank
Good
you.
job. You took the news quiz. And you know what that means, Nicole?
That I'm the first victim for
Yes,
Jason's
indeed.
quiz.
Yes.
Like how I said that, victim.
So now podcast trivia, Nicole. Here we go. What number of release is Counter-Strike Global Offensive in the franchise? Yeah. You got that? What number of release is Counter-Strike Global Offensive in the franchise? Is it A, second, B, fourth, C, third, or D, fifth? I like how he likes to mix them up. Is it second, third, fourth, or fifth, Nicole?
What the hell is it? 25 ounces in less than 30 minutes. Not doing too well for me right now.
It's a shooting game. It's a shooty game.
Yes, it is a shooting
It's
game.
a shooter
Shooter game.
game. But what's the name
Counter-Strike
of it?
Global Offensive is basically, if you were to number this game in the series of Counter-Strike, which number would it fall under?
Oh, Counter-Strike.
Yes.
Counter-Strike
Counter-Strike Global Offensive is the latest Counter-Strike iteration.
Yeah,
Which
but they're all
number
offensive. So.
is it?
I'm just kidding.
PC gamers are they're pulling their hair right now.
I don't care.
Rich
Fourth.
is giving you evil eye.
I know. I like the
The
evil
side
eye.
eye is bad there.
My hair's tickling my chest. So I'm gonna do
Nicole,
that.
can you just repeat what you just said to me?
4.
Nicole Radowski, well done. Your guessing is fantastic this week.
Nicely done.
Yes. Fourth. Yes.
I love you, Rich. I really do. You're my favorite little brother.
Thanks.
Rich.
Can I try and work out how he's worked that out before, or does he just
I
give
would
you the
love-
number?
He just gives me the number. He did not actually work it out.
I think
Yes.
because I would say officially it's 2.
Officially, it's 2, but I'm
Yeah.
thinking he's using some mods.
Yeah, Counter Strike the mod for Half-Life. I think he's using that as number 1. Counter Strike Source.
And then, wasn't there Counter-Strike Raven Shield, something like that?
I'm not sure.
No.
There was Counter Strike
It was,
mod. Then there was
thinking-
Counter Strike. Then there was Counter Strike Source, and then there was Counter Strike Global Offensive.
Y'all are wasting way too
That
much
would be
brain cells
3.
on this.
Yeah, so I'm not really
well,
sure.
according to Jason Johnson, may have to send us an explanation next week. That's, I think, at least.
But he
at
would
least
know.
Well,
He's in
let's
the-
hope.
He's in the chat.
Well, maybe he
Ask
can
him.
explain himself. Maybe Jason Johnson, you can explain yourself in the chat right now. You're being put on you're on notice. How did you come to the 4th game in the series? Because we currently find it impossible to have been there. Rich, in the meantime, let us move forward. Rich, in Halo 3 ODST, how many members make up the Alpha 9 squad? Is it 4? He's done this again. I'm just going to give them to you in order: 4, 5, 6, or 7.
Alpha 9 squad. I'm guessing that's the squad that you're part of. I don't know. Some of them died, didn't they? Spoiler alert. Some died. Was there 4? There's not that many in a
Well, it's not
squad.
9.
It could have been 9, but there's not that many in a squad. Because there's like 4 or 5 squads in a unit.
4, 5, 6, or 7, Rich.
Yeah,
Give
there's
the
like
number
a
here.
couple of squads make up like a platoon, and then the platoons
Right.
make up the company. I'll go with 4 because
Excellent deduction. Kim Woods, in Halo
Yes.
3 ODST, how many members make up Alpha 9 squad? Is it 5, 6, or 7?
6.
Spot on deduction, Kim Woods. Nicole Radowski, in Halo 3 ODST, how many members make up Alpha 9 squad? 5 it is. Yes, 5, Nicole. Well done. You are correct. You are sweeping Although Twitch may have just helped you out, I don't know. But
I
yes,
don't know.
5
No, I wasn't
members-
even looking at Twitch. I was answering a text.
Yes, because you have the 4 members that you basically go off in search of, and then of course there's yourself that you play, the rookie.
That's where I'm getting 4 from.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Bloody hell,
right.
Jason.
Well, Kim, you are next in line. Are you ready, Kim?
All right. I am ready.
Kim, how many shields are available for use in Bloodborne? Clearly, a game you know a lot about. How many shields are available for use in Bloodborne?
Jesus.
Is it A, 16, B, 4, C, 22, or D, 1? How many shields are available for use in Bloodborne? Now remember, Bloodborne is similar to the other game that I can't stand, and I can't think of the stupid name.
Dark Souls.
Thank you,
Forza?
Dark Souls.
Oh, sorry,
Forza.
Dark Souls.
Yes, it's just like Forza. So there you go. Think of Dark Souls when you're thinking about this. How many
Yeah.
different shields are available to use in Bloodborne, Kim? I'll make it easy on you. 1, 4, 16, or 22?
I'm gonna go with 1.
You like the trick questions, don't you? Well done,
do.
Kim. Yes, it is just 1. There's only 1 shield in the entire game. Craziness.
And that's because Bloodborne sucks. I'm showing a video now, and I don't know what I think it's Bloodborne. I don't know. I could be mistaken. Don't know. It's a video of a
I'm
Japanese
not-
thing.
I'm not watching
Kind
it
of
at the
like
moment.
he
so
was
I don't
visiting
know.
with.
I think it is. No, it's Bloodborne. It is Bloodborne. I recognise the Gandalf hat. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Again.
Carry on.
Yes. We are going to carry on to the back of the box description, which,
Yes.
Nicole, you will start off, being that you took 2 questions. Here you go, Nicole. You ready?
Please don't ever use that word that I took to questions. Just say
Nicole.
I answered them.
Here you go, Nicole. For answering your 2 questions, you were rewarded with the first
Thank you.
opportunity to win back of the box. Rescued from a veil of ice with only fragments of memory, Wayne Holden struggles to recover his past on a blizzard-ridden world swarming with deadly aliens, with only treacherous snow pirates, the mysterious NEVEC Corporation, or NEVEC Corporation, remaining. Can anyone be trusted, or is everything lost? What game is this?
Nobody can be trusted, poor little bastard. It's not Mario Sunshine. I'm just going to let you know that now.
A safe assumption. A safe assumption.
I don't have a clue. You just might as well move on to the next person.
All right.
Not a clue.
Not a clue is not the right answer, Nicole. Richard Webster, would you like me to read again, or do you have a guess already?
There's only one game I can think of.
Okay.
Lost Planet.
Richard Webster,
You cheating bastard.
you got it. Yes, it is, in fact, Lost Planet. Yes.
And it wasn't the ice. It was the name Waldo thing. Something Waldo thing. I got it from that. It wasn't the ice on it.
Wayne.
Wayne Holden.
Same.
Yeah.
Although I like the
Wayne.
Waldo thing. The Where's Waldo? All right, Jason Johnson, thank you for sending in the trivia, as always. And, of course, if anybody else would like to send in trivia, you can happily do so. Just podcast at g4te.com. That's the email you want to use. Send it on over, and we will we'll give it our best go. All right, well, that does it for the news quiz. Aren't you guys relieved and excited? Nicole, again, well done.
Thank you.
Let's talk about
I'm
new
catching up to you.
releases.
New releases,
Talk-
eh?
New releases, yes.
Oh,
Rich.
wait, that would be me.
Yeah, unless you want to have Rich read it. Do you want a break, or do you want to give it to Rich? You want to take it? It's a long. No, it's not that bad. All right, Nicole, go for it. On the spot.
Yeah, and I didn't review them even though I said I was.
Right.
So it's September 19th through 25th, new releases. And if anything sounds funny, I'm not reading it because I don't trust Robin, who does our notes for us. Skylanders, Superchargers, Xbox One, 360, PS4. What? Is that really a thing? Or are you laughing for other
What?
reasons?
No. I don't know what you're talking.
Okay, I don't trust Kim either.
I would.
I do like Afro Samurai 2. Revenge of Kuma, Volume 1. Blood Bowl 2.
You're so afraid of these. I'm
FIFA 6. I am. I am so nervous. I'm like, Heroes of Loot.
You need not be nervous. Just go for it. Read them out. Read them out with a heavy, sexy Texas drawl.
No.
Or was it Arkansas, Nebraska, Louisiana, Carolina?
God. Seriously.
Hugs and
My
kisses.
left tit. Laser Life. What is that? Pinar. I keep seeing penis. It's not Penarlium.
Yes.
How do
People
you
need
say
to
that?
make these game titles better, by the way. I just would like to point out.
I don't think that's it. And there's no ass hat android cactus, by the way. It cannot be.
No, that would be assault.
Soma
and
Extreme X.
Assault, not asshat. Somebody like myself might have changed that.
Or, you are Robin. Extreme Exorcism. Is that a real thing?
That is a real thing.
Van Helsing, Final Cut. Fistful of Guns. Oh, for that one. Animal Crossing.
Nicole, you are getting
Happy
way
Home Designer.
Skypey. You're getting way Skypey on us. Yes.
Yeah.
All
No,
I heard was Animal Home Designer. That would be Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer.
Sorry. Yes. Grand Ages Medieval. Piloteer.
Yes.
God help us all, because the names are getting way bad.
They are getting bad, and maybe stop streaming the porn, Nicole.
Sorry, that's me. Sorry.
Just saying.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, that was yeah, that was not me.
That was me. On my phone.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Let's talk about some happenings in the community. Clash of Clans and Boom Beach. Nicole, is anything going on here? Anything we need to be aware of?
When is there anything ever going on?
We're losing Clash of Clans. Oh, bite me.
They're losing Clash of Clans.
And I still need more people for Boom Beach. And I forgot to do an operation this morning. So we're not running an operation right now because
Leadership failing left and right. Clash of Clans is now coming to Hell in a Handbasket.
Had to be up at 6 o'clock on a Saturday to get her daughter ready for soccer because our team is they've won all their games so far. We had pictures this morning. We whooped some other girls' team butt 6-0 today. So, important things.
Look,
football, soccer, whatever you want to call it.
Happy that the girls' soccer team is doing great, but let's face the facts. The real importance here is Boom Beach is going to Hell in a Handbasket. Clash of Clans is going down the toilet. Fraser has just run off willy-nilly. He doesn't care anymore. He's turned his back on everybody. That's really what's going on.
He has.
Yeah.
That is. We're falling apart at the seams because our leader, our former leader and friend, has decided to abandon everybody. He just has.
See, we need to call this what it is. It's a failure of leadership.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. We Are Epic is a thing that's going on right now. If you are playing on a console or playing on your PC, and you come across a moment that you would consider epic, that maybe you recorded, or maybe you consider a real epic failure, we have a little contest on our Facebook page. All you need to do is take that clip and trim it down to about 30 seconds, and you post it up on our Facebook page. And a real easy way to get there, just type in epic.g4te.com, and it's going to get you right to our Facebook page. You post up that video onto the Facebook page, and you will be in a contest to win potentially 20 space bucks, either on PSN, Steam, Xbox Live, basically your choice of platform.
Pinterest?
And
20 Pinterest points?
If Pinterest used money, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. Just checking.
Maybe.
My nan uses Pinterest, you see. She might want to get in on this.
She might. But if you do have something exciting that you want to share, throw it up there. You might win $20 out of it. What is there anything better than getting money? I don't think so. Free money is free money. So
Well,
I'm not going to answer that.
yeah, no.
Rich might be able to answer that right now.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. That's what I'm thinking.
But then again, $20 might
For that.
$20 might get you that very same thing later on.
Or two.
Or two. so just post up that video, and at the end of September, we will be basically looking at all the videos that have been posted. There will be a judgment that will happen. They will find the most epic video, which also, again, could be the most epic fail, and that will be selected as the winner. So make sure you get it onto the Facebook page.
Get on the Facebook page now.
Yeah, and you can also share it to Bongo, because Bongo apparently is leading up the charge on this now. Bongo@g4te.com. Go ahead, send him the email with your video as well, and bug the crap out of him and tell him he should pick you like 50,000 times. We've got racing stuff going on. Forza 6 came out. We like the racing. Yeah. Hot Lap Challenge is going on right now. It is Watkins Glen Full. That's the track. The class is a C-car class. It will be running through the end of September. And so far, Bongo the Sane, our very own Bongo the Sane, is in the lead. Got Orty right behind him, as well as Steve-O 1982 and Step J coming in fourth place at the moment. So get on there. Make sure you have Bongo the Sane or Marcanics on your friends list, and they will make sure that you are in to the contest. And a little side note here, apparently if you have a PS4, feel free to hawk it and buy an Xbox One to get in on Forza 6. Or don't. Keep your PS4. Save up some money, selling lemonade. I don't know.
When's Gran Turismo coming out?
That's a good question. I don't know that we have an official date, but I think they finally admitted it's a thing.
Yeah. Has to be a thing. I mean, Forza's kicking ass everywhere.
It has to be a thing. Speaking of things that are things, Project Cars, also a thing, also a racing game that our community embraces. A note, is it finished? I don't know. Apparently it is. It should be finished because it is now August. So let's call this one done. And I think Gonzo FK took the lead on the Project Cars. And I think everybody's just moved on to Forza 6 at the moment. So let's just leave it where it is right now. We will talk about F1 2015. Again, this community really embraces racing. We love racing, apparently. There's a Hot Lap Challenge 3. It ends on today. It ends today. So if you're listening to this, you're too late. If you're watching this, you have like hours left. Jump onto it. You need to make sure that you have Morty1884 on the PS4 as your friend, and or David the Alien on the Xbox One. And the track is Bahrain. And China results, which ended, all right, yeah. That seems like that's already over. So it's Bahrain is the current lap. I hate the way the British do their goddamn dates, by the way. It should be month, date, year.
It goes in order of size.
Date, month,
size
year.
order, Greg. Small, medium, large.
No, you say September 19th, 2015. You don't say the 9th of September.
No, if you say to someone, when's your birthday, you say the 24th of September.
No, I say September 24th.
No, you say the 24th of September.
No, I really don't, Rich. No, I say September 24th.
Do you know what I've started saying? Right, I've started saying I want to say.
I want to say.
And there's a woman I work with, and she said, that's an American thing. And I was like, I wonder where I've got that from.
Yeah, go figure. All right. Kim, why don't you talk about victories achieved? Because I have been talking way too much.
Alrighty. We have a little Twitter contest. It's called Victory Achieved. And basically all you have to do is, if you beat a game, take a picture of the credits or the title or the winning achievement with a, with yourself included. Because obviously if you're not in there, it's not going to work. And send it to g4te.com, which spell out the dot, otherwise it won't get there. The current contest runs from the 1st of August to October 31st, and you'll be entered to win 20 space bucks, either on PlayStation, Xbox, or Steam, or whatever. And
or whatever. I'm pretty sure we're not offering whatever. I really need to stipulate this. We are not offering whatever. It is PSN, Xbox Live, or Steam. And Kim, just to reiterate, is it sending it to our Twitter at g4te.com?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Sorry, yeah.
No apologies needed. This is just me being redundant. That's what I like to do.
Yeah, all right. And on this week, we do have 4 lovely people. So we have PG Tips 77 with
I
Castle.
know all four of
Crashers.
these people, by the way. They're not so lovely.
We have Hardly Dan with Assassin's Creed Rogue. We have Teflon 12 with Dragon Age Inquisition. And we have the lovely Hardly Dan again with Homefront. So congratulations, people.
Homefront. Hardly Dan, where have you been that you were just now finishing up Homefront? PG Tips, I get it. You finished up the Castle Crashers remaster that came out. So you got that. You basically were able to play that again for free. Assassin's Creed Rogue, okay, Hardly Dan, getting a little long in the tooth. But Homefront, really? Homefront? I'm just saying. All right, I'm done.
Pile of shame, maybe, because, I have several old ones in my pile of shame. So
Oh my god, yeah, I've got a ton.
I know, right?
I still look at Batman every day. I'm like, I should be playing that.
I know.
All right. I think we're at that time. I think we can close out the show. It's a quick one today.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a quick one.
Already?
Well, you know why? Because the lot of you across the board were like, I didn't play any games this week.
I
Except for
played
Kim.
one.
Kim,
Yes.
you did come through with Thomas Was Alone.
I-
And it's not like I was that much better,
This is true.
I could have talked longer about fantasy football. I'm happy to if you want me to. Talk about fantasy. No, all right, okay. Hey, by the way, Kim.
Mhm.
Denver, Kansas City.
I know, right? Oh my God.
Yeah,
I was crying at the end of that game.
I was laughing.
Because
I'll bet.
Kansas City
Yeah.
beat themselves.
Yeah.
Basically,
Last
yes, we
game.
did. I was
That's a rough-
screaming at
rough
Defoe
look.
the entire time, so,
Yeah. For those of you who do not know what we're talking about, Thursday night was a football game between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs were in the driving seat. They were up by a touchdown. I think it was like about 2.5 minutes left or so. Denver, actually it was less. It was 2.5 minutes. Kansas City scored the go-ahead touchdown with 2.5 minutes left, and I said to myself, it's too much time. You've given too much time to Peyton Manning. And the Denver Broncos went down the field, much to my chagrin, because I really do hate the Broncos, mostly because of Gary DeFelice. But they went
Exactly.
down the field, and they scored a touchdown with, I want to say, about 30 seconds left in the game. Maybe a little bit,
yes.
but it's spread around 30 seconds. They scored a touchdown, and it was like, okay, it's tied up. It's going to go to overtime. And I was actually excited for that because I had a player playing in that game for fantasy football. So the longer they can play, the more points I potentially get. So I was kind of good with that. Then Kansas City gets the ball, and they decide to try and move the ball. They did a pass play, I think. It was incomplete, and then they ran the ball. Jamal Charles fumbles the ball. The Denver Broncos pick up the ball and run it in for a touchdown and win the game with basically like no time left, like it's 8 seconds left in the game.
Awful.
It was crushing. It was beautiful because my best friend is a Kansas City Chiefs fan, much like you, Kim. And I sent him a big, fat text message that really just read, ha, 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 like 10 times. So, yeah, football.
Well, I just want to quickly read out. Australia played England in cricket on the 13th.
This is exciting. I'm listening. Yeah,
Yeah.
talk to me about it.
Nobody
What happened,
cares.
Rich?
In cricket,
What
yeah, it was Old Trafford in Manchester, which is Manchester United's football ground. England went 138 for 9. Australia went 140 for 2. They won, and Australia won by 8 wickets.
8 wickets. Really? That's
Fucking wicked.
Wasn't Wicked an Ewok or something?
no.
Oh.
No, but a wicket. I'm thinking of croquet. I don't know why. Do you
Yeah,
fall through the
yes.
wickets? Anyway,
Did you want to know that Japan beat South Africa in rugby too? I mean, I can throw that in there, and
Yeah.
that is a fact.
why not? Let's
I like
expand this
rugby.
out. International. Yeah.
Go Vikings! They're on my road, on my street. Witness
Okay.
Vikings.
Yeah.
All right. Gotcha.
And Ireland apparently was hammering Canada, according to my message.
Yeah. Well, Fraser and Bongo are quite close. So
No, we know.
yeah, Ireland,
That's what somebody
hammering.
texted me.
Canada. Okay.
This it was like, okay, and now a good result. LOL. Ireland are hammering Canada 50-7.
Gotcha. All right. That's it. We're done. Let's wrap this up. If you want to be part of the conversation and laugh along with us every weekend, Saturdays, 3 p.m. Pacific time, 11 p.m. UK time, you can just jump onto our Twitch page. We do try and be prompt and timely with our starting time, and unless we're out getting massages
I
like
thought you were
Rich
going
was.
to say shit-faced then.
I was going to be nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so right around 3 o'clock. All you got to do, go into your browser, whichever browser you want, by the way. I think they're all pretty much compatible at this point. Just type in live.g4te.com. I promise it's not going to send you to some spam page. You're not going to get loads of porn coming up.
Not loads.
Not loads, just maybe a page or two. It will take you to our Twitch page, and you will be able to watch us live and take part in the chat and just have a good time on a Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening, depending on where you live. You can email the podcast, just like Jason Johnson did. Send us in trivia. We do enjoy the interaction, so I encourage it. I know it's asking a lot because it takes time to do this stuff, but send us your questions. It doesn't even have to be trivia. Just send us questions. I don't care. Whatever you want. It could even be technical stuff. We can actually talk about real things once in a while. We could even give relationship advice. Nicole and Kim, you are two prime people to give relationship advice.
Oh, yeah.
Rich and myself, not so much. But podcast@g4te.com. Send us your questions. I don't care what they are. Just send them along. It's good. You can tweet us at @OC_podcast. We pretty much are pretty interactive through the course of the week with that. We do appreciate everybody that tweets back and forth with us. Our Facebook, it is a thing. We do have a Facebook page. I visit it once in a while. I do. I really do. fb.g4te.com. We love our little subdomains. Type that into your browser. It'll get you there. Rich, you have been so kind to set us up with a 20% voucher on our Twitter page to get some 20% off on gaming with Green Men Gaming. So go check that out. If you want a subdomain, because I know you're waiting for it, gmg.g4te.com. That you just throw in there. And, of course, we do our giveaways, so we don't ask you to give us money. This is all free from us to you. But if you ever feel like donating, hey, we're not going to turn you away. I'm kind of like Donald Trump. I'm not asking for your donation, but if you want to give it to me, it's okay. Donate.g4te.com. Type that into your browser, and we will literally drain your bank account. iTunes and Stitcher reviews, of course, we check them like every year. But it does help us get recognized. So please do give us iTunes, Stitcher reviews. It is helpful. And I think at this point we can pass it around for some closing comments. Kim.
Yes. As always, GamerGirl27 pretty much everywhere. I'm going to thank you guys, of course.
Wait, Kim.
What?
Gamer Girl.
Oh, yes. Gamer Girl with a URL 27 on Twitch because, we've discussed that earlier. Anyway, God, I hope I never change my name again or we'll be here for 15 minutes. I want to thank you guys and all the people in the chat that have kept us pretty much laughing, for the last hour or so. And, all our viewers and listeners and all that. Thanks for doing it. All right. How about you, Emma?
Oh, great. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Emma.
Well, she always calls me Emma. She goes,
I
game. Yeah.
Okay. Emma. Emma.
Yeah, Emma. Yes.
I heard Emma, and I'm like, wait, Emma. I'm all, what's this? Your name changing? Are you going to witness protection? What's going on?
Yes.
I'm sure shit wouldn't be here if I was.
Oops.
Nat will be going to witness protection program after his little Boss Wave episode. So shout out for that shit. Yes, we love our friends at Boss Wave. Just saying.
We do. Even though they like pixelated games and they like the retro bullshit, I do like those guys.
They are funny.
They are.
Nat's still gonna die. No, shout out to our friends in the chat and our listeners and our Twitch viewers. You guys can find me at OC_Amaryllis on Twitter, Amaryllis on PlayStation and Xbox, or Amaranth on Xbox. And I had to, like Kim, because people take things that aren't theirs, had to throw an H in there, so it's AMAH when you spell it. And I also want to give a little shout out to the boss man, other boss man, for the website, because he has pneumonia. So
Dorian?
Yep, Dorian has pneumonia.
Dorian.
I hope he feels better.
Stop running around naked outside.
Yeah.
That will cure part of that.
Yeah.
Please, we were doing good up until that point.
I know.
Really good up until that point. That just ruined the whole thing. Thanks. Richard, please go because my eyes are burning now.
I want to shout out Nicole for helping me with stuff, and I want to shout out the listeners and the viewers, and
That sounded bad.
yeah, even like those people that show up and then like click away because they haven't got like some like boobs on screen or some hardcore Dota player playing. I don't care. The fact that you came and entered our lives, even for a brief moment, means we're connected.
A fleeting moment, yes.
Yeah, we're connected in some way, like Mother Earth and Avatar. I don't know if you've been watching IGN Up at Noon.
I
Anyone?
thought he said Mother F. I'm like, Mother F.
Mother Earth. Anyone be watching Up at Noon? IGN.
I have not.
It's very funny. Shout out to our colleagues over at IGN.
Isn't that Brian Altano that's doing Up at Noon now?
Brian Altano and the guy who looks like Ace Ventura. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but I've seen him in loads of stuff. That guy.
Right.
But yeah, Brian's really funny. I love he's very, very quick-witted humour. And I shout out to like Dorian again because like he's poorly sick, so shout out to him.
All right, I'm going to unshout out Dorian, by the way, when I get my chance.
That's fine, that's okay. Greg, you go.
All right, I'm unshouting Dorian because Dorian,
last one.
You know better.
Last one. Game Punches is live tomorrow.
Okay.
2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. GMT. That's so tomorrow in like now time. So by the time you listen to this, it's probably been and gone. But oh well.
Okay.
Max Scoville, that's his name. Max Scoville.
Max Scoville. All right, whoever helped you out.
Teflon.
All right, Teflon. Okay.
Because I smashed his back of the box like I did last week. Boom. I just come in and smash the backs of boxes. That's what I do.
Walks into stores.
Reading the chat.
Yeah.
Would know the answers.
I didn't check the chat. I'm producing the show. I don't have time for this chat.
Right.
All right. Well, aside from unshouting Dorian, because he does know better, I will shout out Phil Olson and Virtual Pizza.
Yeah.
They have made a comeback, serving up some virtual pizza. I love pizza. I actually prefer real pizza. No offense, Phil. But virtual pizza is really good. Check it out. Look it up on Twitter. Check Phil Olson out on Twitter and follow him. Give him some love. I also want to shout out my mortgage guy. He sent me a birthday card early. Yeah. Birthday's in a couple weeks. You're all good.
29th.
Thank you for broadcasting that. Throw everything out there. I do want to read this out though because this is quite an epic quote. Today you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. Dr. Seuss. Yes, Dr. Seuss.
Right, Dr. Seuss.
So, Chris Kohler, thank you for that. I know you're not listening, but you get some love anyway. All right, I want to shout out the three of you for making the podcast. Thank you guys so much. It is always a blast podcasting with you. Shout out to the listeners, as we've already stated so many times, and we will state so many times more. We appreciate each and every one of you for coming into our lives, if only for that fleeting moment of jumping onto our Twitch page and going like, oh my God, they're old, and jumping off. Either way, we appreciate it. We thank you for coming. Really, we do it because of you guys. Without you, this podcast does not probably exist. So, that's pretty much it. Thank you again. Shout out Baby Mia. Go, go, go. And we're done. We're out of here.
See you later. Where's the outro music?
It's not here.
Mark's
We're going, guys. I've just changed it, and we're gonna go. See ya.